Okay, so there are so many things I want to say about the experience I've had in Malaysia, but I've had to control myself from writing it down. Writing was never my favourite thing to do, but through the 3 weeks it was my lifesaver. Let me paint you a picture of St John's SMK All Boys School. As you walk through the gates of St John's, you can hear and see and feel the brotherhood that was established throughout the long 109 years. The boys work hard to be the best Johanians they can be. As their motto translates to faith and hard work, these two words truly represent the boys at St John's. The staff at St John work hard to encourage the students to be a part of this truly amazing brotherhood by allowing the students to participate in their own growth and development. The students drive themselves with the guidance of the staff through numerous activities such as the school band, archery competitions, robotics, forensics, rugby, gymnastics, fencing, cadets, marching, and the list goes on. These extracurricular activities are important for the school as it teaches the students to reap the rewards of hard work and to also understand defeat. St John's students work hard during the week and on the weekends to uphold their reputation on being successful on a national and international level. Even with the large amounts of time dedicated to perfecting their skills outside the classroom, they are also dedicated to after-school classes during the 9-month probation to learn about the codes of the prefects. These prefecting classes are held by the senior students to peer teach the juniors about the ways of being a Johanian. They teach them about the 7 school songs, the pledges, and the history of the brotherhood. Being a Johanian basically means to sacrifice for the school and show high spirits for St John's. It's a really strong community and it's really easy to tell. Amongst all this hard work, the boys strive for excellence academically. Speaking to a few boys, they feel they dedicate their time better as a Johanian and as a student, as a champion, and in their chosen field. During my 3 weeks at St John's, I felt falling in love with my new Malaysian family. The students showed me the most respect I could receive. Even though the days were long and hot and the communication was on a different level. During my practicum in Malaysia, I feel I've settled myself as a teacher. Anywhere between 3 students to about 30 plus 16-year-olds, I was able to improve my classroom management strategies. I was given the lowest students in Form 4 in areas of academic attendance and English. Science practicals were basically 2 test tubes between 6 to 8 students. So having these boys and the resources I had, I knew it was going to be a challenge to teach them in 2 languages, English and science. I observed my first class by my mentor and the students were lectured from the textbook word by word. If I wasn't engaged, I'm sure these 16-year-old boys weren't far behind. Observing the class was quite overwhelming and I had new challenges and I had to change the way I looked at myself as a teacher. I thought of numerous strategies in my mind over and over again on how on earth I was going to teach these lessons across to these boys and I knew each one wasn't going to work. I took myself back to searching for strategies, theories, learning styles and even ended up on Google. I took myself back to Bloom's taxonomy pyramid and I went straight to the top to creativity. I had to teach reactivity of metals with oxygen, steam, diluted acid, and this was going to be led by students creating their own superheroes, using their descriptions of metals. I relayed the idea to my colleagues in the common room and the more I thought about it, I knew and hoped it was going to work. I explained my lesson to my mentor and I knew it was something that she wasn't expecting. The lesson was a success and the students were able to learn science by using their imagination to create cartoon characters, their own image of learning, and as a character in a story or even through poems. The best part, they were all awake. I introduced a new topic the way I would back at home, but I felt the students were lost in translation. So I asked them to create a poster of what they knew from what they've learned in the past few months. And all I found was that they knew how to copy from the textbook. I thought again to myself how I was going to teach these students when the last few months have been a blur. So there wasn't much point heading into a new topic. I felt it was important for me to have to review everything that they were supposed to learn. If they couldn't understand me 100%, I knew the best way was for them to understand each other. The students got themselves into groups and I chose topics for them. And their criteria had to be creative, fun, informative and accurate. The students were surprisingly engaged and quite creative. One group created a song about a topic in the textbook. The students commented on how much easier it was to learn away from the textbook and instead it was easier learning from each other and from teaching each other. The most valuable part was how they commented on how hard it was being in front of a noisy classroom. Teachers were congratulating me on the attendance rate getting higher and higher every day. Having 3 students on the first day to having almost full class attendance had me doing icebreakers for warm-ups. I was beginning to enjoy the challenge rather than letting them get to me. So throughout the ups and downs and the stresses and the laughters, I think the most valuable thing for me was that I fell in love with teaching. It was there all along, but I found it here in Malaysia at St. John's. I'm more confident now by teaching classroom management strategies in myself. My students in 4S and 4N were my #1 fans, and they showed me and told me that I could actually be the greatest teacher if I wanted to be. Thinking outside the box got me outside the box I'd been stuck in for a while. I was going to show you my greatest achievement, and that was winning the skipping competition. Just thought I'd let everyone know that I got a gold medal, and that's probably a really good achievement for me.